Okay. So this is the third video for the hunt for October. You're working on your map. Where you should be is you should have directions that get you all the way to the end part of the box of death. It takes you up to that dotted line. So the dotted line on the front of the map takes you up to the dotted line on the back of the map. Okay. Same thing here. The dotted line here will match up with the back. The back page is dotted line. Okay. So this is a puzzle. When you go to do this part, the box of death, you're allowed to walk back and look at the path because the map is not drawn to scale. The measurements are all correct, but it's not drawn to scale. I just didn't have the time to, oh, it's this far and yada yada yada, get a scale. So you can go back there and visually determine, okay, we want to come in. I know I don't have the map with me. I'm not at my house, obviously. So I don't have the exact map. I just made one up because I'm going to help you through it. Figure out, okay, I'm going to go this way and then down this way. That's my path. So what I want you to do is you're going to walk back there and say, what way are we in? You can go any way you want. Go this way, whatever you have to do, whatever you think is the best route, because some are tighter. Some include more turns. It's just a risk reward type of deal. Okay. So the goal here is you always have to know where you are vertically and horizontally because you're moving basically in two-dimensional space. So as long as you have some measurement vertically, if I know how far I am off the back wall, or if I know how far I am off the top wall, or if I know how, and I know some distance horizontally, like do I know how far I am off the right wall, or do I know how far I am off the left wall? You always know exactly where you are. So you should have whatever, a list of instructions, a list of directions that gets you to this dotted line. Okay, so let's go ahead and think about this. I know the gap between here and here is 0.4. I want to aim for the middle, so I want to aim for obviously 0.2. So what I would do, you don't have to do this. Your next thing, whatever step number this is, could be 0.2 meters. Whatever number you're on. It could be 0.2 meters, right? But think about that. That's a quick start and stop. What I would do is probably add that distance to the distance that got you to the dotted line. So in other words, if my distance was like, say, whatever, 1.8 meters to get me to the dotted line, I'm making this up because I just don't have the map in front of me. I would add that to that distance. So that way I would smooth, just drive in and not have to stop at the dotted line, then try to stop again 0.2 meters in. Okay. You don't have to do that, but you can. I would recommend it. So then I would go turn right. Because I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way here. I'm only going to take you through a couple turns. I'm not doing it because I don't have the map and you need to figure out how to do this. So now I know that I'm 0.2 meters in off the back wall. So I know from the back wall, I'm in 0.2 meters. I also know that I'm in the middle of this lane. So the distance I have where I'm at to the front edge of this wall is going to be 0.15 meters, right? Because the whole length is 0.3. Like the width of the blocks are 0.3. I know that this lane here is a block. So I want to stop because if you notice, this gap right here is smaller than the gap between the box. So I want to stop somewhere in here so I can readjust this line. So I have to go 0.15, and then I'm going to go some distance here. So I know the whole distance is 1.68. I don't want to go the whole distance because then it puts me there. So I want to stop a little bit in front of this box so I can readjust to the right and left. So I got 1.68. I'm going to go in. So I'm going to subtract this 0.3. So minus 0.3 because I'm coming in. This box is 0.2. So I'm going to subtract 0.2. And that's going to get me right here, right? That's going to get me this distance right here. So in other words, I'll go 1.18. But I don't want to stop right smack up against this. So let's stop. Let's say 0.2 meters away. So I'm going to stop 0.2 meters in here away from that box. So I'm going to subtract another 0.2. So it leaves me with 0.98 meters. But what we have to remember is we still have to go that initial 0.15, right? Because we didn't start at the edge of that wall. We started right there. Okay, so let me erase this so you can kind of see it. So we stopped right here. We're in the middle of this lane from here to here. So this is 0.15. So I'm going to have to go 0.15, and then I'm going to go 0.92. So I have to add 0.15. 7, that's 1.07 meters. Yeah. So I'm going to say next step, 1.07 meters. That puts me right here. I can adjust. If my car goes to the left, I can move it to the right. I still know that I should be right here. So now I want to stop somewhere in here. So I know that I stopped 0.2 meters off of the front of the box, right? I stopped 0.2 meters off the front of the box. I have to go the whole box, which is 0.2 meters. So I'm going to go plus 0.2 plus 0.2. And then I want to stop halfway here. And if the gap is 0.3, then I'm going to go in 0.15. So I'm going to add 0.15. So I'm at 4, I'm at 0.55. So I know my next step is go 0.55 meters. And that puts me right here. I'm going to say turn left. Okay. So now I can do two different things here. I can look at this and say, all right, let me try to erase some of this stuff so you can see it. So now if I look at this, all right, I know that I'm right here and that I'm 0.15 off that wall. Right? I know that. I know that. And I know that this is 0.2, so I'm going to be 0.10 because I recentered. So I'm 0.10 off the back wall. So I know exactly where I'm at, and I can use the rest of the measurements to get to this dotted line. Remember, if you get to this dotted line, you're then going to flip the page and then take it from there across the finish line. Okay? So with this, you should be able to finish your list of directions. What you need is a list of distances and turns, like a complete list that gets you plotted all the way through the course. That is what you need to have done by next class. So the three things, you need: 1, velocity, which you should already have if you're even watching this video. 2, safe delta x, again, which you should have if you're even watching this video. 3, list of directions. So delta x and turns. So exactly like this, and exactly like I showed on the last video. You're going to have to use your head, your brains here. You got to piece stuff together. This is a challenge. All right. Good luck, and we'll see you when I get back.